I think inspiration can be great, but it can also be very dangerous if not taken in properly. And what I mean by that is it is very inspiring to watch movies or to watch videos or to watch talks about somebody's success story, right? Somebody's motivational message. Somebody who went from zero to hero, from nothing to something. A lot of people share these messages and a lot of people love to hear these messages because it inspires you to go out and make something for yourself. There is a risk in paying too much attention to messages like this. I think one of the big risks in succumbing to inspiration is thinking that their story should be your story. Thinking that what happened to this person will happen to you because you're in a similar path or similar situation, and for some reason you think that because you've been inspired, because you've heard somebody's message, that life is also meant for you, or that success or the results that they've gotten can and will happen to you simply because you align with their goals or their ideas, ideology, or success story, which, is almost never the case. You see something happen and you think, I'm in a similar situation, so that will probably happen to me. The universe will bring me this or that, which I feel like is a dangerous way to think, because we aren't owed anything. Nobody is ever owed anything. No matter your situation, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, the universe does not owe you jack. You have to work for it. Yes, there is a bit of luck, but even luck can be worked on and improved, I guess. You can improve your chances of luck. Sometimes it is about being in the right place at the right time, and the universe, will allow that. But that doesn't mean it is owed to you. So these inspiration stories or these motivational messages give you this hope. They give you the hope and chance to believe that it can be done. But that doesn't actually mean that it will be done. It will be done if you do it. It will be done if you put in the work. You yourself make it happen. And your story is not someone else's story. Everyone will have their own struggles. Everyone will have their own path to take. So don't try to match yours to someone else's. And I'm saying this as someone who has fallen victim of that exact thing. I'm saying this as someone who, in my life, in my growth and my journey to try and be inspired or try to achieve a goal, find success, I end up watching these videos or these movies and being inspired, especially in American society, which sells ambition, which sells a success story. That's what this capitalist society wants from you. It's all about locking in, grinding, achieving your goals and finding success. A difficult environment with many trials and tribulations. And the hardships will make you greater than anyone else, or just the greatest version of yourself. So there's these movies of these characters that go through these challenges and conflicts, and in the end it's a happy ending. They have succeeded. There are stories of celebrities, of business owners, CEOs, of creators, artists, and they tell you their inspiring story. And then as you watch these videos, or as I watch these videos, I think, oh, I'm in a similar position, or I have a similar mindset to what they did when they first started. So this must mean that my story kind of aligns with theirs. And if my story aligns with theirs and I do this and that, maybe I will see the same results that they have found for themselves, which is the trap. You can create those similar results, but you want to take these videos or these stories with a grain of salt. Just take the values out of it, just take the principles out of it, and don't take the full story. Don't take the whole thing, align it with your life. It is good, however, to align the principles. And a lot of these successful people have probably done the same, but it is more about the principles and the values rather than the actual story. What is the main message that is being portrayed in this story that this person is trying to tell me? What sort of values has this person learned along their journey and applied to their life to be in the position that they are in currently? What are these lessons that have allowed them to turn their life around? And you write those down and live by that code, I guess. Don't let the propaganda get to you. And also at the same time, don't let that bring you down because you're not seeing the same success that other people are seeing. Again, that's where the story can become a trap. Because if you only focus on the values and the principles and align with those, you can turn your life around and you can find success in due time. But if you try to align yourself with the story rather than the principle, you may end up focusing on timing or certain challenges. Like, oh, I was not able to overcome this specific challenge, or I did not find this certain amount of success in this certain amount of time, just like this other person did in their story. So that must mean I'm a failure, or this life was not meant for me. I think that's why a lot of people give up. That's why a lot of people think that they fail when they didn't truly fail, because they're comparing themselves to other people, right? They're comparing themselves to the success when in reality you should only compare yourself to yourself. And it's easier said than done, of course, because especially with social media, all you see is other people's success. All you see is other people's stories and their goals, but you don't necessarily always see their hardships. You don't necessarily see what they had to go through. You don't necessarily see their timing and their timeline of all these things happening to them or for them. We live in this digital media world that is feeding us, and we're just consuming all these stories, right? All these inspirations. And as you try to align with someone else, you question why things are not the same, when in reality they're not supposed to be. How come this person was able to do this in this amount of time, or with only this amount of effort, and I am not able to? You end up focusing too much on the specifics, when the specifics are what will end up bringing you down, I guess. I don't know if that's the best way to say it. But that's why, essentially, with achieving goals and success or whatever, it's better to only focus on the ideologies, to only think about or process the principles. Like, oh yeah, someone will tell you, oh yeah, it takes a lot of hard work, a little bit of luck, you gotta grind, you gotta sacrifice. Focus on that. So what does that mean to you? What does sacrificing mean to you? Does that mean playing less games? Spending less time playing games? Does that mean giving up friendships or relationships? Giving up screen time? What does sacrifice mean in your life? Not what other people tell you what sacrifice means. Not what this motivational story told you what their sacrifice was. But what does sacrifice mean in your life? Once you understand what it means in your life, that's when you can focus on that and align that with your objective. It takes hard work. What does hard work mean to you? Does that mean waking up at 6 a.m. every single day? Does that mean doing research every single day? Does that mean doing something every single day? Or does it mean doing something every week, every month? Does it mean going out and building relationships? What is hard work to you? Not what is hard work to the person that you are trying to align yourself with, the person that you admire or inspired by. Their hard work should not be your hard work. Your hard work needs to be different. Your ideals are the same. Your values are the same. Your principles stay the same. But the specifics should be different. They may be similar, but they should not be the same. Life is all about perspective, like I said in a previous video. So what is your perspective on that certain thing? How does that principle align to your life? We love to be inspired. We love a success story. It gives us hope. Hope itself is a huge message and story that a lot of people like to feed and consume. Hope is one of the things that drive humanity, I guess. And as important hope is, be careful with how you use it, or be careful with how you understand and perceive hope in your life, because it can lead you down a wrong path, and you won't realize you're on the wrong path until it's too late. Or hopefully you catch yourself early and you correct it. I hope my message came across. To be honest, at this point, I don't know what my message is. Other than that, though, thank you for watching. Hopefully you can tune in to another video.